Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Danders, the hardest working man in comics.
I'm Ryan Seymour, king of Comic Town.
Yes, and if this is your first time checking us out, click that subscribe button right now because you want this action all the time.
You're going to love it. Spoiler-free reviews every week.
Every single week. All right, so here's what we're going to do.
Yes.
We're going to talk about these right here first, our honorable mentions, of which we have two that are the same.
Yes, we have two that are the same.
Okay, so I went overzealous and I read an extra book.
You did.
Good books.
Yes.
Okay, I was
going to say, satisfy the Irish Catholic in me and read about Daredevil.
Okay. Daredevil #1, Chip Zdarsky. Wait, let's get the whole crew here. Manuel Garcia, LeBeau Underwood, Chris Mooneyham. Mooneyham as a dope name.
That's a pretty good name.
And then, of course, my homegirl, Rochelle Rosenberg. Okay. I almost have to spoil a little bit.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry. This is a new #1, though, okay? So, what's interesting is that the main character of this is not Matt Murdock.
Really?
No. It is one Mike Murdock. Yes, right?
Like an alternate universe?
So this is where I have to actually spoil something. Okay, so Mike Murdock, if you've watched some of the later, I guess season 1 of Daredevil on Netflix, he takes on the name Mike, right? Mike Murdock is an alias that Matt has given because they sound totally different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't tell it.
At all. But somehow, some kind of way, and I have not read previous installments to know, somehow someone pulled like a Donald Blake, and Mike Murdock is now an actual person. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Right? The only problem is he's got some things missing because he's not an actual person.
Yeah.
And this right here sets up his little mini quest to become a real boy. And yeah,
cool.
Kind of dope.
Yeah.
Kind of dope. Like, I just picked it up on Humble. I was like, Daredevil #1. I mean, I like Daredevil. Zdarsky, I don't know if I am a fan. Like, I don't know if there's anything I've like, no, I hate Chip. But this one, I liked a lot. So,
Very nice.
big read.
I'm going to go
Yes.
AfterShock Comics.
Yes.
John Layman, Carl Mostert, the man who effed up time.
Yeah,
And this is the final issue of the story, which both sucks.
Of the story or the run? Come on.
I'm going to say run.
Okay.
Because with time travel, you have so many options.
You do. You really, really do.
And this wraps up. So I guess I'm selling people more on the trade paperback than
Fair
on the
game,
single
fair
issues.
game, fair game.
But yeah, it's really, really cool. So it's got the time travel aspect where
Right.
this person has basically been framed for causing the timeline to go out of whack.
Oh,
And
that
so
sucks.
he's trying to fix things, clear his name, and basically not get killed by the time police.
Difficult.
Which, I had a schizophrenic uncle that had the same thing going on, so it totally made sense.
Was he schizophrenic, or is this book about his life? These are the questions that now will come up during Thanksgiving.
Very true. And it's really, really funny. It's a time traveling comedy is one of the big hooks to it.
Nice.
Like there's the sci-fi element that keeps it going,
Right.
But it is the straight up laugh out loud moments, like the way to switch two people.
It's good stuff.
Turn somebody into a janitor. That was
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
really, really good.
I like it. Wait. Nope. That's
That's
fine. Yeah.
right.
Look at you. You're so eager. You're so eager.
Episode. It's the heat because the AC unit broke at the shop.
Yeah. It is a little humid, but it's all right. We're here for you. All right. So I did Wonder Woman, issue 761. Jumping in randomly for no good reason. I like to do that sometimes. Let's see. Where is the credits page in this one? Because it's not on the front page because that's too much like right. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. So we got Mariko Tamaki, Carlo Barberi, Matt Santorelli, Alejandro Sanchez, and Pat Brousseau. Okay, so again, just jumping in. Obviously we had DC Fandom this past weekend. Maybe that's kind of in my heart, so I kind of picked it up. This is kind of fun. Okay, so this is one of those situations where there is a thing that's happening. People are seeing stuff that is not actually happening. And I love the culprit. I don't want to give that away, but the culprit is brilliant. And of course, considering that there's some form of mind control involved, you can all imagine, based on the Wonder Woman 84 movie, who might be a suspected, criminal behind it. Maybe not. But what I adore, though, is there's this idea that, I guess in the last issue, Diana became subject to this thing, and they don't want to let her leave because she's like, well, no, I'm fine. They're like, yeah, but if you're not,
Right.
people will die trying to stop you. So can you just stay here, please? And it's just one of those things where to recognize her power.
Yeah, her power level is up top.
Recognize, like, when it comes down to it, if she goes full tilt, I think she could break pretty much anybody.
Yeah.
Like, anybody. So, I'm just throwing it out there. Yes. Okay. Now we're getting into books that we've read together.
This is where it gets tough.
Yeah.
Because we've got this one that completely shattered my expectations from the previous issue.
Let's do it. Engineward number 2. This is from Vault, because we love them. We've got, let's see, George Mann and Joe Yzma.
So the previous issue, we kind of got introduced to this world. It's like, it almost looks like some kind of post-apocalyptic wasteland. You got humans eking out an existence and like scavenging from different areas. And then there seems to be this other group of people that
are living it up.
Yeah, they're living it up.
Right.
They have superpowers. We don't quite, they're called Celestials. I don't know. Where are we going to go?
Right.
I didn't expect to go here.
Listen, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Normally you see a sophomore slump of issues.
Yeah.
This was better than the first issue. 100% better.
Because
it did. It
really
did. Because the first issue seemed to be trying to set up this world, and it was a little tongue-in-cheek about it.
Yeah.
This one is like, all right, you know everything. Now let's get into the story.
Yeah.
And, ooh, that story is good.
Yeah.
This was a great second issue.
Yeah.
If all second issues were like this, we would definitely have more third issues.
Yeah, Marvel would only reboot to issue 2.
Moment of silence for the truth there. Okay, so the mystery of it all. I am intrigued.
Yeah.
Like, super intrigued. Like, when they find the thing that they're looking for, will that fulfill what the Celestial said? Or will it undermine what the Celestial said?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, a smart Celestial will be like, see, I told you. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe that's just the terrible person that I am. But
no. Like, I don't trust the Celestials.
At all.
Not one bit. I think they're just users.
Yes.
So.
Yes. But it was really good.
It really, really was.
It really was good.
It made them, like, because I was worried the Celestials would come off as just hokey.
Right.
But no, in this, it was like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Another one that I liked a lot. Can't lie.
Why wasn't this, instead of like a slumping run on regular FF, why wasn't this just FF?
So here's the thing. You got two legends, Mark Waid, Neil Adams.
Yeah.
This is Fantastic Four Antithesis, number 1.
Yeah.
By the way. Okay, so here's the thing. Neil, as an artist, should not be slept on under any circumstance. Like, you might look at a couple of things and be like, well, I don't really like it.
Yeah.
But do not forget ever in your life that this man is an absolute visionary. Is, not was, is. Because, okay, so some of the page designs here took me straight back to his X-Men run.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Like, we wouldn't have had the Rob Liefeld, Jim Lee's of the game if not for his foundation here.
Yeah.
Like, doing stuff like this where he's bringing, like, dynamic stuff, but it's true illustration. Come on.
Yeah, the visual storytelling in this is just amazing, and I can't wait for.
I need to understand that.
Yeah, because there's some stuff that happens.
Yeah,
and like the last panel with
like
the emotion showed in that.
Come on.
Yeah,
that's brilliant.
It's so good. It's one of those FF stories that is iconic. Like, if you made a list of things that the Fantastic Four need to check off for it to be a good, what you expect, it hits all of those. It hits the family aspect, it hits the science fiction aspect, it hits the cosmic level threat aspect.
Yes.
Just so good.
I got to give some love to Mark Waid on this one too, because he balanced the story so well. Like, yes, Neil does a lot of legwork carrying it visually, but Mark is no slouch, and he makes sure that he's represented in terms of story and content here. Like, there's some amazing things here. Yeah. I thought this was hilarious.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you always get the joke of it.
Yeah.
But to see Sue be like, hey. Yeah. Like, the only thing that would have been worse is she was like, I'm about to go to Atlantis for a little bit.
About to Namor.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Since you busy, I bet he would have turned around real quick like, wow. Well, I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Okay? I'm just saying. Sue Storm, let that story come out, man. I just want that. I want that story to break where Namor's like, yeah, I did it.
Because there was that 2-hour conversation that we had on the way back from Chicago.
Dude,
there's a whole story we've written about
Sue
and Namor and Reed.
Come on.
In the Fish Police Triangle.
It's a whole thing. I got to give a shout out to my buddy Chad Stroll, who also had some input on that concept, and I did share it. I only shared it with him though. We didn't tell anybody. Chad, I love you. But again, come on.
Yeah,
come on. You can't tell me that Sue has never. Come on. I don't believe that. All right. So moving on to the acrylic. Okay, what do we got? All three the same? No.
Oh yeah, we got 2 the same,
okay.
1 not.
Right.
Actually, take me through the X-Men 11 because that was one I'm gonna read. I just haven't yet, and it is an Empire tie-in.
So listen, I've not been following this because for this run of Hickman, I have not loved it. I have not. Hit or miss, catch me in the mood sometimes. It's just what it is. But you got Magneto on the cover here. And I'm like, what we talking? What we talking? So this is X-Men number 11, Jonathan Hickman, Lineal Francis Yu, and what's the inker's name? I want to make sure I get that right. It is... Oh, I guess Lineal did everything because he's awesome. Makes sense. Okay, so this is a tie into Empire. Mm-hmm. They have made their attempt to go to Krakoa. Yeah. The Kratati have come to Krakoa. That's hard to do. Yeah. Oh my God. But there is a response in place.
Okay.
Headed by Magneto. What is fantastic is, okay, so one of the cool things that you'll see with this run of things is that Hickman starts off with a little brief to kind of get you caught up on what you need to know for something that's going to happen here. And slight spoiler, there is, in fact, a new idea of how they should be fighting based on who they have as combatants on the island. One of the things that they are working on is the notion of team-ups of sorts between certain Omega level mutants and saying, okay, if you work in tandem with this person to do this thing, this is what we think, could happen. And let's just say that the triple threat that they present here is an elemental, y'all better move. Y'all better move. Not now, but right now. And yeah. Not hold on. I'm gonna just give you a line. Let's see. So we're gonna start here, and he says this, and then that right there. I mean, 1 page. If you don't give Magneto his respect, it's your fault. It's your fault. Whatever he does to you, it's your fault. That's all I'm saying. So
was Hickman just sitting around how can I think of ways to combine X-Men so they kill people?
He does a good job. He does a real good job right there. Because what he does is, I mean, it's a Wolverine level move.
Yeah, it's
definitely a Wolverine level move. And Magneto does it with flair, a plume, gusto. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. I was on board with this one. Okay.
All right. From Image Comics, Cullen Bunn, Kyle Strahan, Baldur Rivas, Unearth, number 7. So I'm selling you on another trade paperback to pick up the first one. This is a really over-the-top story that Cullen is telling. And it begins with kind of like an ancient aliens, cryptozoology kind of story where there are these people that are investigating something as hidden environment in a cave, and he has now managed, as only Cullen Bunn could, to take those elements, fold them into existential horror and a kaiju story.
Whoa.
So there's these giant monsters that are now being fought.
Oh my God.
And everything looks like it's moist and squishy.
Oh, your favorite.
It really, really is. It's kind of one of my things. So it's definitely, if you're into sci-fi and you're looking for something to kind of fill that gross sort of monster story,
there it is.
Definitely pick this up. If you've been reading Oblivion Song and you like the look and probably you can taste the smell or the stuff. This is even better. Not that Oblivion Song is bad, but this is like your next level.
Got you.
Kind of.
There's like the mini Snickers.
Yeah.
And then there's the king size.
Yeah. Like
There
one of
you
the
go.
things in there had ribs. I would have never guessed it had ribs.
Okay. I don't even know how to respond to that. Like that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm sleeping on Unearth, aren't I? I need to catch up.
I really dig
I need
it.
to catch up. Okay. Oh, okay. So you did Unearth. I think it's only appropriate that we do Wynd next.
I wish this was called Fire.
Oh, but I think it is Hot Fire, so we can definitely use it in that capacity.
Ah.
Haha. Okay, so Wynd number 3, James Tynion the fourth, Michael Dialanis. Am I saying that right? I hope so.
I think so.
Okay. Dialanis, maybe. Again, oversized book. This is one of the best young adult reader titles, I think, out on the market right now, just for the sake of how big it is.
It's like...
You're getting reading material.
Yeah, it's $4.99.
Yeah.
No ads, double-sized, and it reads like Saga for teens.
Yes.
It's much like Engineward.
Yes.
Each issue is better than the one previous to it.
100%. And we're only 3 issues in, y'all, so jump on this. The world building still is phenomenal. This particular one, where we get, Avatar: The Last Airbender meets Pokemon. Yeah, that's right. Jeremy's making a face, and I mean it.
Oh, it's good.
I means it. Because now I want to know more about this. Like, I need to know more about this. I need to know which house I fit into. Like, where am I? Am I
a test online
a northern man? Right. Like, actually, James, you should do this. You should totally make a test to find out which directional thing are we? You know, I need to know these things' names. I need to know who's going to get a tattoo of this first, me or you. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Are those actual entities, or are those just symbols?
That's a good question. That is a
I don't
good
know.
question.
But there's so much good.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, we're back to the world where Wynd, our hero, is needing to be smuggled out because his weird blood is being exposed. The bandaged man, who is horrible, okay?
Yeah.
But really great at his job.
Yeah.
Like, phenomenal at his job. But wow.
I didn't fully appreciate how brutal and sadistic the bandaged man is until this issue.
Yeah, because you kind of like look at him like, oh, well, they're just talking about him. Here you see that man not only works well, he likes his work.
Yeah, like that's the messed up part. Is he really does enjoy?
Yeah, he's into it.
Ugh.
He's totally into it. Creeptastic. But the fun of this, like, okay, if you are a fan of the She-Ra series on Netflix, I think this is a great carryover. While you're waiting for a new season, pick this up because again, it is fun. It is queer friendly, which I definitely adore. Yeah. Again, it's and it's funny because I was just asked this question about how do I feel about representation of different relationships in different media, and I said that it depends on the age group. You know, for me as a dad, any media that is really aimed at kids 10 and under, I don't really want relationship stuff in it, period. I don't care if it's hetero, homosexual, like, it doesn't matter. That's not where my 10-year-old needs to be, or up to 10-year-old needs to be. Now, beyond that, sure, you can start to, talk about those things because bodies are changing, all that stuff. So the fact that this does read as in that teen, tween area, but does have LGBT, characters within it, I'm 100% cool with that because it's appropriate for a demographic that is going to be having questions about who they are, and that's what this book is about. It's who you are. It's the question. It's so good. Yes. Thank you. I'm off my soapbox now. I'm just going to sit back down. Okay. So we've got Unearth. We've got Wynd. Let's talk about the fire of this book right here. Batman 3 Jokers. Book 1 of 3, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not just hype.
Oh my God.
It's not just a marketing ploy.
Oh my God.
It is so good.
Listen, he's got dynamite on the cover, so that counts as fire.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, there you go. We've got Jeff Johns, Jason Fabok, Brad Anderson doing this one. Colors is Brad Anderson and Rob Lee. I want to give shout out to the letter on this one. Okay, here's the thing. How long have we been waiting for this series to drop? It's been more than a year.
Yeah, that Rebirth one shot or whatever.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like, oh, and there's three.
There's three Jokers, and you're like, wait, what? Okay, so last year, 2019, at C2E2, I did a panel with Jason Fabok, and this was part of the conversation, but no spoilers were given.
Yeah.
But at least that long have I been salivating, waiting for this book to come out. And you are 100% right. It delivers. Like, okay, I was just talking about this with Scott before we started recording. Yeah. They give an explanation that is obvious, but never been said as to why it's so difficult to identify the Joker. And I thought that was so smart.
Yeah, because at any point that he's in Arkham, why not just like dope him up,
right?
Check his teeth, do something.
Yeah, like find out who this guy is.
Yeah,
they explain why that is virtually impossible. And when you put it like that, you go, well, yeah,
that totally makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. Like, of course you couldn't. Yeah. And if you can't, his anonymity is eternal. Like, you have no idea who this man is. And it plays into the notion of anytime that he's ever, changed his appearance, you really don't know who he is other than he's Joker.
Yeah. And they raise that question in here too. Of like, well, he's looked this way one time, looked this way one time. How do we know we're actually dealing with three Jokers? Is one Joker? And like, Jeff Johns is helping deconstruct that whole thing of like, because the one we haven't seen, I don't think we've seen one of them yet. Like, we've seen a silhouette, but I don't think
wait. So hold on, let's go to it because I thought we do see him, but he's so yeah. That one is the one that seems to be pulling the strings.
Yeah.
But which one is that?
Yeah.
Like, is he the criminal? Because that's the thing. Okay, so they classify, which I think is genius.
Yeah.
So like you get an understanding of which Joker is which.
'Cause there's the comedian.
Right.
There's the criminal.
Right.
And like, okay, that classification makes sense.
Makes sense because based on what they did, it's different things. So, like it's kind of perfect, and man, this is really worth the hype.
Yes,
like it really is. I'm praying. When do you know when the next issue's coming out? Like next week, please.
No,
can they do an Empire?
I don't even know if it's final order cut off. It
hasn't
been final order cut yet.
Are you serious?
Which, like, part of me is like, DC, just get these out.
Yeah.
And the other part of me is like, thank you, because now I'm gonna know I need to go big again.
Yeah.
Because Fabok's art evokes feelings and memories of like older classic.
Yep.
Like the Killing Joke.
Yep.
Like
I was just about to say that.
That art.
Just about to say that.
Jeff Johns is channeling other writers from the past of your iconic Joker Batman stories. So it feels like you don't even like you can just it's like a well-worn shoe. You can just step right in it and you feel right at home.
It's not a Jeff Johns story. It's a Batman story.
It's, right, exactly.
It's a Batman story. And that's fantastic. I like the scenery, the different places that we're going. The three characters on the hero side that are directly involved are perfect.
Yeah.
Like
there's no forcing it. Like, okay, if you're gonna have three characters directly tied to Joker,
these are the ones. These are the ones, and it makes perfect sense. And oh my God, if the notion that their experiences were from a different Joker,
right?
How crazy would that be?
That's insane. And then also, how do you come back from that? Like that's there's
no.
Is that,
and I mean, considering that question right there, I mean, complicit, because he's not wrong.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. Like, come on. Like, and I think that's the thing that makes him so great is he wears it on his sleeve. He's like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you don't like it. I get it. Don't care. Cool. This is me. You want my help or you don't. Whatever. That's how it is. That was definitely a dope read. Like, I enjoyed it so much. It's my book of the week. I'm not gonna lie.
It probably is for me too. Yeah, it's just one that I saved that one for almost last. I should have saved it for last.
It's not your fault.
It's so good.
Next time I'll put them in order for you. Let you know which order to read them in.
And I'm torn on. Does it suck that it's Black Label, or does it make it even awesome? Because like since it's Black Label, technically it's its own pocket universe,
right? So it can technically not be considered continuity.
Yeah, and then you can go
not canon.
You can play as much as you want, kind of like they do at the end there.
Yeah, but we want this to be canon because it has such teeth to it.
Yeah,
like you want that. So, ooh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. We thoroughly appreciate it. If you like this episode, click that thumbs up because we need that. And again, if you want to get more of this action, subscribe and click the bell notification because we get dropped in your DM every week. We could be there for you.
Even when Diamond doesn't ship us comics,
we'll still show up because, we're not stripped cover returnable. We just strip sometimes. Subscribe.
So like my 6th year of high school.
Wow. You're only there for 6 years?
Rookie numbers.